I'm Brian Helmuth, Director of the Environment and Sustainability Program at the University of South Carolina. We're an interdisciplinary program that includes over 140 faculty from 9 different colleges and schools throughout the USC system. Our faculty have expertise in everything ranging from law to business to ecology to public health. We run 2 programs. One is the undergraduate environmental science major. The other is the graduate program in Masters of Earth and Environmental Resource Management.
It's a new degree that came on board for undergraduates in 2009. There's a lot of excitement here, not only on campus, but within the university. We have already over 100 undergraduates in our program.
I like the sustainability program here at USC because it's very interdisciplinary, so the faculty come from a variety of backgrounds and can address topics in a more holistic manner as we work together and see different perspectives on the human part or the purely physical part or the purely biological part of the entire environmental system.
We get some really amazing students that come from all sorts of backgrounds with all sorts of interests. It's not just a science program, it's not just a liberal arts program. I do some stuff in public health. I've had several students that were interested in public health. I've had students that were interested in going out and fishing, which was great. It's great because it's so diverse.
As an archaeologist and an anthropologist, I'm really interested in sustainability over the long term. Of course, we need things to be sustainable over days or weeks or months. We'd like our energy costs to be lower this quarter or this year. But I'm trying to look beyond the next decade or even the next couple of decades. I look at cities that survived for thousands of years. For example, the great city of Uruk was considered the center of civilization for nearly 5,000 years. Now that's sustainability.
Sustainability for South Carolina there's a lot of challenges we face. Our energy efficiency is among the worst in the country right now. Our energy use per capita is among the highest as well. Water conservation right now is a growing issue for us and expected to be a major one in the future. Air quality, as far as attainment and non-attainment areas, are increasing in the state of South Carolina, which are going to significantly impact the business and rate of businesses move into the state. So these are all traditional environmental issues that we and our graduates are hoping to find ways to address and prepare South Carolina not just to be a better business model, but a higher quality life for our citizens.
And thus far, even in our first year, our interns have already provided living, workable solutions that can be immediately applied. For example, Amanda Brennan, who finished last year, did a 2-year baseline survey of energy usage for the city of Columbia. And when she was done, the results were shocking. Maybe not shocking to some people who were super specialists, but they were shocking to everyone else. And that is the biggest consumer of energy in the city and the biggest producer of carbon emissions is the water system.
The City of Columbia had already developed a climate action plan before I completed the baseline emissions inventory, but the emissions inventory in essence will allow them to evaluate whether some of those measures that they had started to implement are reducing emissions and are reducing costs. So, and it also allowed them to look at, to maybe recenter some of the focus. So the climate action plan hadn't previously focused on the water sector quite as heavily, and now that might be more of a focus to think about ways to reduce energy consumption in that sector to in turn reduce costs for the city.
That was original research done by a student conducting an internship in the MERM program. I think that's really exciting. It's a way to connect cutting edge to research to immediate application and outreach in the community.
What's really fascinating to me is the fact that no matter what each individual does, they will take this sustainable approach to the next level with them. Whether or not they end up working in a job that is environmental conservation in nature, or whether or not they end up working for a law firm.
What I like about this program is the fact that it's integrated, the fact that I've been studying marine science. I've gotten to learn about biology, physics, chemistry, and I've also gotten to work in Dr. Helmuth's lab, which is biology with a marine focus.
I have been working in collaboration with the Bureau of Ocean and Energy Management, trying to determine the potential causes that wave energy farms could have on intertidal organisms on the west coast of the U.S.
What got me interested in the work that I'm doing now is a lot of the field work I did in my labs. Ecology lab, we did a lot of hands-on work in the forests nearby.
And so some of my research has also been down in the Antarctic. And down in the Antarctic, very little is really known of how climate change is going to impact specifically temperature and ocean acidification with the marine life that's down there. So I've been working with fish and looking at how the increase in carbon dioxide concentrations of the atmosphere are going to sink down into the ocean, and how might that affect some of the fish populations down there.
So one thing that I would say to students that are interested in the program is I would tell them to definitely come and check us out in person. And if you can't do that, then pick up the phone and call some of the professors that are doing research in an area or are experts in an area that you're interested in gaining some experience in, and talk to us.
Sustainability means addressing the very pressing needs of today's society without sacrificing the ability of future generations to meet their needs. We can't do that from one discipline, we can't do that from one viewpoint, so our approach is to bring together as many different fields as we can to solve these problems.
I believe we reached a juncture, a point in time when we've come to realize that these issues are nonpartisan. This isn't a matter of being left, right, up or down, northern or southern, American or non-American. Our new global world isn't so new. Actually, it's been global for a long time, but now the impacts have profound consequences everywhere. So I see sustainability as a field, as an understanding. Its next frontier is moving beyond the boundaries of politics and into the realm of real discussion of what kinds of lives we want to lead and how we're going to be able to lead them.
I see nothing but growth right now. 10 years ago, we saw 1 or 2 universities in the entire country addressing sustainability. Now nearly every campus in the country has a program, and that's starting to increase to major corporations, corporate campuses, military bases, and even school districts implementing programs or professionals to address sustainability. So the field is broadening quickly, and many of our graduates are already finding either opportunities for internships or opportunities for employment almost the day they graduate.